Cancel.
Schweezy.
Recently, it was April Fool's Day, and I know some of you may be thinking, you're probably a genius at April Fool's Day. You probably got everyone. Now, to be honest, the exact opposite happened. I played myself pretty bad, and usually, not usually one to admit it, but
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I really played myself. So like I said, so there's a couple things that got me. One of the big things that got me was this article. I just remembered I couldn't find it at first. Now I just remembered where I could find it. So now I'm going to pull that shit up. Here we go. Found it. Let me pull it up over here. This is great podcasting content if you didn't know. So this is what played me. Tom DeLonge announces return to Blink-182. Tom DeLonge, best known as the guitarist and frontman for Angels and Airwaves and Boxcar Racer, as well as former frontman to Blink-182, has announced his return to Blink-182. I've had a lot of talks with the guys lately, and it just feels right to return, DeLonge says. We will also be performing as a four-piece. I think that the songs Blink did with Matt Skiba during my absence were some of the raddest of the band's career. It just wouldn't be fair to kick him to the curb after all of his dedication to Blink. The band plans to meet up with producer John Feldman next month for plans on the band's new album, appropriately titled New Beginnings. Feldman was producer on Blink-182's album 9, which dropped in 2019. And then there's nothing more on this story at this time because Happy April Fool's Day. So I was not very happy to see that. I got really excited for a second.
What?
Because as long as you know, Matt Skiba's great, and I think he plays the songs really well, but it's hard. I feel like Blink-182 just has not been the same since Tom left the band. I mean, they've had some good songs, but it really just feels like Plus 44. Like this is just another Plus 44 album, kind of. Some of the stuff's like, some of it's okay. But I don't think Matt Skiba's to blame. And it's hard replacing Tom. He has such a unique voice, unique personality and style to, a new style to him. And Alkaline Trio is good. I don't have any problems with Alkaline Trio. So, so I don't know. Am I the fool? Because it looked very convincing as an article. It didn't sound ridiculous. And we also get to this point, which is very, very much a good point I've had to have. So you know how you're not supposed to, pretend to be pregnant on April Fool's Day because there's some women out there. Women have decided this. Men have not decided this. Also, men, I will just say penis havers don't have to worry about getting pregnant. We have to worry about getting others pregnant, but not ourselves, if that makes sense. I do feel like an easier way to go about gender roles and be like the penis havers and the vagina havers when you're just relating to penis problems, because women can have penises too. That's a fact, and it's also a fact that if you're a straight man and you're attracted to a trans woman, it's okay. You're still straight. Okay. If you don't really interested in a penis during sexy time, that's another problem. But you're still straight. That's what I will say. I had to do some deep thinking, some deep thoughts. That was the wrong one.
Oh my gosh, so deep.
But
I fucking love it.
if you're a straight man and you're attracted to a trans woman, you're still straight. So don't beat yourself up about that. Don't be acting all weird and shit. But no, yeah, I guess I was talking about if women have made the decision that you shouldn't be joking around about pregnancy because there are many women who have miscarriages, who have struggled getting pregnant, and some women, and I also have to assume the one that's unspoken, but also 100% true. Some women have awful children. Some women give birth to pieces of shit. And it's not good to remind them that they gave birth to a piece of shit. That's also a consideration that's silent, but I think we all get. So that being said, I kind of think joking about Tom DeLonge rejoining Blink-182 as I shake everything is worse than pretending to be pregnant as an April Fool's joke. That's how I think of it, because honestly, that ruined my day, and I was not too happy about it. And you know who else's day has a bad day? Women who have miscarriages. But sometimes, God, this is awful. Sometimes women get pregnant on accident, have unplanned pregnancies, and then the miscarriage is kind of like like kind of work. It's weird. It's kind of worked out, but you're still kind of bummed at the same time. That's a fun gray area. Unexpected pregnancy that ends in a miscarriage. That's something to talk about. That's podcast material right there. I feel like I'm rambling on because I don't feel like I have enough content for this segment, for this section of the episode. So I'm just rambling on, which this is why you listen to podcasts, right? But no, I would say let's make a list of what's joking about Tom DeLonge rejoining Blink-182. What's a worse thing to joke about? Or what's things that are not as bad to joke about? Like making fun of a woman with alopecia. I feel like fooling me into thinking that Tom DeLonge rejoined Blink-182 is worse than making a joke about a woman with alopecia. That's just a thought I have. That's one of my thoughts. You have thoughts too. Usually they're not as good as my thoughts. I'm a genius, and that's a problem. And it's sometimes you win you lose. You can't win them all. What other things? Okay, I know something that's worse than fooling me to thinking Tom DeLonge rejoined Blink-182. Pretending to be disabled and bedridden for over 20 years while your children and grandchildren work tirelessly to take care of you. And then your grandson Charlie wins a tour of a chocolate factory, and then all of a sudden you're not disabled anymore. You're the bad person there. I'm not the bad person. I think you are. I think you're the bad person, and I'm gonna remember this shit. That's worse. Another thing, I got fooled. I got played.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Was I saw a weird. This was kind of just out of nowhere. Wayne Knight, popular for playing Newman on Seinfeld, and he played that one guy in Jurassic Park. And he's in that meme. See, nobody cares. He's in that meme. That's Newman. I just call him Newman. Hello, Jerry. Well, hey, Wayne, how's it going? What, Wayne, how's it going? He passed away. Like, there's a thing that, rest in peace, Wayne. I saw that. I was like, why? I kind of feel like death is taking a step too far. Not as bad as Grandpa Joe, but, in my opinion, that's not very cash money of you. We should be better than to pretend someone died. Because then Estelle Harris? Estelle. I like to call her Estelle Costanza. Because that's who she was. The woman, she played Mrs. Potato Head in Toy Story 2. And more importantly, she played Estelle Costanza, George Costanza's mother in Seinfeld. She passed away recently. She's now reunited with Jerry Stiller. What a great crew. What a great group of people to play your parents. But anyways, though, don't joke about people dying. And the moral of the story, I would say, don't joke around about Tom DeLonge rejoining Blink-182. That's worse than pretending to be pregnant, but not as bad as pretending to be disabled. So until your grandson Charlie wins a tour of a chocolate factory, and then pretending you're not disabled anymore. So that's the lesson I have for you. That's a lesson for you. Hey, you just finished one of the many highlights from Cancel Schweezy. We got plenty more on the channel, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you like what you just watched, go ahead and smash that like button as well. Go subscribe for more so we can teach you how to be a better human in our world. So yeah, stay awesome.